Oh man. So, see, and we're live. Yay, yay! There's nobody listening, but we are here. We're live, screaming into the void. I'm sorry, that was so dumb. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to listen to the thing to make sure we're actually screaming into the void.
Yeah.
All right, good. We're both coming through.
All the people can't have the people that are not listening, not hearing us.
Well, on the off chance somebody shows up by accident, it'd probably be better if it's not one side of a conversation. That might be slightly confusing.
Indeed.
Oh man, so fucking, the one thing we haven't discussed, but it's kind of been in the background of like just general news for a while, is that Chris Chan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit, that is some fucked up stuff, dude. Who rapes their own mom? That's just like, I normally advocate that I normally advocate that people just be executed. Like, just execute them and be done with it. No silly bullshit with this torture or any of that nonsense. Just put them down like, sick dogs or whatever, and just you'd be over. But I think in this case, it really genuinely deserves some fucking pain. Like what a sick fuck. I kind of hope that his fucking fellow prisoners torture the shit out of him and then fucking kill him. I usually don't feel like that, but this is...
Yeah, that would be justice in this particular situation.
Yeah, it's so fucking onerous that it's like, god damn, dude.
Yeah. In this case, like, him being autistic doesn't fucking cover.
I am so sick of people, I'm so sick of people self-diagnosing with autistic. Is he actually autistic, or did he just say he's autistic?
No, he's autistic, dude.
Okay, he's genuinely autistic?
Unless his mom was lying about it when he was a kid. Because he won some kind of weird contest as a kid. Something to do, I think it had something to do with Sonic, actually.
Really? That's
and she's
fucking
like talking
ironic.
About, and his mom and dad are talking about how amazing it is that even though he's autistic, he won some award or some shit.
Yeah,
so I believe he is genuinely autistic. Yeah. No, it's really fucking bizarre. I mean, because for the most part, people have been fucking with that dude for like, what, 15 years online?
Well, I mean, to be fair, he fucking announced that he molested one of his cousins and then masturbated with shit to try to prove he didn't.
Yeah, no, he's bizarre, dude.
And then, didn't he, like, show off his weird infection, like his taint infection?
Yeah, see, I only became aware of him fairly recently.
Yeah,
so I'm not
so
super
sorry.
up on the lore. Yeah, so I mean, it's probably only been within the last few years.
So there was okay, as far as I know about Christian, because I've been sort of faintly aware of him and just like, I'm not taking that dive because I just don't need to know that much. Like there's certain times when you're on the internet and you're like, I really just don't fucking need that information.
Just the little bit that I know of him, that's probably the best call.
Yeah, and so I know that I know that he molested one of his family members. It was like a cousin or something. He bragged about it and then retracted it and said and tried to prove that he would never have not molested her if she smelled like poop because he was a coprophiliac, and then proceeded to shit in his hand and masturbate with it. Hey, what's up, Samaj? You joined just in time for the best part.
Oh?
Yeah, we finally remembered to talk about Chris Chan.
I don't give a shit about Chris Chan.
Yeah, that guy, I just hope he gets fucking tortured and murdered in prison. But yeah, and then at some point he had like some sort of weird infection on his taint that he called his vagina or something, and did some weird videos with that I never watched.
Yeah, the whole situation's his entire life is just fucked.
He's one of those people that they really should have put down early. Like, oh, this guy's just broken. Let's just put him down and save the human race a little bit of trouble.
I mean, from what I've heard about the guy, it's just he's someone who clearly has issues, and being on the internet didn't help.
Yeah, people are definitely we're fucking with him constantly. Which
he's probably
again, he makes it so easy. You know.
Yeah, he's not in any way, shape, or form likable. I can't see anyone having pity. Like, stop trolling him. You're so no. He really deserves it. Never mind. Like,
yeah, no. When I say people are fucking with him, I'm not saying it like it's a tragic thing. And
no. I wasn't saying you were.
A fact.
I'm just saying I'd be shocked if people weren't, because he's just so hateable.
Yeah,
but
and he's so gullible. He's so fucking gullible. Like, it's so easy to fuck with him. Part of it, I'm like, dude, why would you? Because it's like not even really a challenge. You know what I mean? Like, he's so fucking gullible and so fucking stupid.
He's an example of why not everybody should be allowed out of asylums. Like, he's one of those people that probably should have been locked away in an asylum early on in his life and then just kept there for, like, everybody's sake.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, is that the Chris Chan show?
Yeah, see, okay.
God.
The only thing I know is of this, or at least the few things I know. And the reason is that I look up like YouTube animated videos, and this one popped up. And what sucks about it is like the song's fucking catchy. It's stupid, but it's catchy because it's a parody of him.
God, I mean, how is anything not a parody of him? Even him. I
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
All pretty fucked up, man. But yeah, fucking your own mother, dude. That's fucking
what?
Raping.
Yeah.
Be clear. That was not.
Yeah.
That was. She's clearly like dementia ridden and like has no idea what's going on. Yeah. That's not sex. That's rape.
Fucking like 80-year-old mother, dude.
Yeah, raping your own mom. That is
your fucking
as disgusting dude. As it can possibly get. I think.
Samaj, were you unaware of that?
I'm unaware of all things. I don't know about this guy. No. This is something that
we've discussed enough. We should probably leave Samaj blissfully ignorant.
Please, because like I said, all I know is this song, and
well, yeah, and we've covered everything else really that's even remotely interesting or worth talking about. To be honest, I mean, there's really nowhere else to go.
Yeah, there is definitely some bizarre shit, but we covered the main points, dude.
No, I mean, we literally covered anything of any interest about him. There's nothing else worth talking about.
All right.
What else is happening in the big world?
Well, in the world of comics, apparently all the big name writers in the comic industry have just started to jump ship to this. What is this? Some sort of like blog? I can't remember what it's called. This place where people go to write blogs and they can get paid for it. It's like a writer's thing. So they're just writing stories.
Oh, really? Like a WordPress kind of thing?
Yeah. It's kind of.
I mean, obviously it's not WordPress, but some obviously a similar site where people write stuff. That's kind of cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't blame him, man. Like at a certain point, it's got to be mind-numbingly fucking awful to just write these vacuous non-stories that just don't actually have anything useful in them. Like they're not. I mean, how boring must it be if you can genuinely write a good story to like have to be churning out this drivel?
I'm being told that you have to write this story or write in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't make that character interesting. Nothing about that character is interesting. Why are you wasting all of our time? OnlyFans to ban porn, apparently.
Oh, that. Yeah,
it's really not even. It's not even like all porn. Like that was the original story, was that they were just going to ban all porn, but it's just like
apparently
like actual
bestiality.
Sex. Yeah, well, it's mostly fetish stuff, like really extreme fetish stuff. And it's only if the people that are doing it aren't verified because they had problems with kids getting accounts, like 14, 15-year-old girls like getting accounts and selling online porn.
Oh, Jesus.
And similar kind of stuff to that nature, where it was just like it was crossing legal issues. And to be fair, let's all understand this is not OnlyFans having a crisis of conscience. This is their payment providers blackmailing them into having a crisis of conscience, which I kind of feel is fucked up. I don't think banks and payment processors should be allowed to just shut down a business because they don't agree with it. You know what I mean? Like, and then at what point does that stop? Do they just get to decide who's allowed to have businesses, and that's it? Like nobody else can run a business without them.
Pretty much, by the sounds of things.
And it also doesn't resolve any of the problems with illegal and child porn on OnlyFans. Like, just because it's being taken off of there doesn't resolve the problem causing it to be there in the first place.
Well, and like, it doesn't help that I think a lot of these places, like the OnlyFans, same thing with Tumblr. I mean, it doesn't help that they're not being clear with the rules. What exactly are you banning? Like, for instance, like you can still have pornography on Tumblr, but because when they did this general sweep of sexual content, they didn't actually specify what type of porn or what you're able to put in there. Like, the rules were vague, and so everyone assumed it was just a clean sweep of the whole thing. We're just scorched earth the whole thing. With that said, I had a Tumblr account where I would upload my art, and some of the stuff I did was flagged and taken down and removed off on the site. And it's very confusing because it wasn't porn. In fact, I didn't post any porn on my Tumblr stuff.
I haven't seen you post any porn of any kind, actually.
Yeah, I've kind of forgotten to post stuff. Like, I'll do stuff and I'll put it on Discord.
I've seen you post things that are like, chicks with big tits and like, scantily clad outfit types things.
Oh, that, yeah.
But like, none of them were like actual like nudity or sex. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, and I have done stuff like that. I don't post it very often, predominantly because with the rules forever changing and always in flux, I don't know if I'll post something like I don't know 5 years ago, and then now if you have that kind of stuff, your channel could get taken down. It's like, am I really going to go through my account for the last 5 years to find that one picture I did? And so I'm like, it's just not worth it. But there's no real place that I can safely post any of that stuff. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to stop. Because there's no, I can't, okay, I could post it on Twitter, but then if Twitter decides to change their things, I'm screwed. I could post. Exactly. I mean, I was going to, before everything was happening with Tumblr, it was very pro pornography, anything, I just post whatever. So I was going to start doing that. And then the shit happened with Tumblr. That's when I'm like, okay, the internet is too sensitive. I'm not going to bother. And then I there was that other old school one, Hentai Foundry. And I thought, I'll post it there. It's nothing but porn. But they have a file size limit.
Oh, which fuck means that nonsense.
And I'm like, okay, so then for everything I do, I have to resize it so it's in the right dimensions. I don't like this. Because it sounds like extra work. I just want to, I'll take it and post it. We're done. That
does seem kind of dumb. Oh, what's up? Sicko is in the audience. Yo.
Hey. That's Psycho. Long time no see.
Psycho. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, he wants you to post more porn. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I tried to do more, was it last October for that Lewdtober stuff going on? But then I'm like, it's too risky, man. It's just too risky.
You don't want to get shut down and have what little advertising you have go away.
Well, I don't have any, but the thing is if I said, if the rules are forever in flux, and if something that's
Speaking about that, Florida has a new law in place that makes that illegal. What? So at least in the state of Florida, if you're the YouTube or whatever, you have to write out a clearly stated set of rules, and then you have to abide by that as a company. You can't put out this vague bullshit terms and just be like, oh well, maybe not. No, you have to put out exact terms, and you are legally bound to those terms.
DeSantis is the most basest fuck guy out there. I want to say I want him to run for president, but at the same time, I don't want him to leave Florida.
Yeah.
If he leaves Florida...
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of want to have the option to move to Florida and fucking...
Yeah, even though Florida's not a great place.
As a Canadian...
Shit, I suppose,
weather-wise, it's fine in any other respect. It's just...
Yeah.
I can't stand hot tropical weather.
Yeah, again, going from a dry heat here to the fucking heat in Florida, that would be a really rough fucking transition. Because I went to my first rehab I went to was in Jacksonville, and they were giving me shit because it would be like 93 degrees or something, and I'd be fucking sweating and miserable because it's like 93 degrees, but like a 99.9% humidity.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, dude, I can handle the heat, man, but this fucking humidity is a fucking.
I can't handle
dude.
drinking my air.
Yeah, exactly. Can't handle getting pneumonia from breathing in so much goddamn water.
Yeah. And to be fair, like that law in Florida may not necessarily hold up. We'll have to see.
I don't think I don't think people like Facebook and Twitter care. I think they're going to do what they're going to do regardless. They're going to like flaunt the laws.
Oh, they're going to pay millions upon millions of dollars in fines. Like it'll stack fast.
Oh, it won't matter to them because they can afford it. But not to mention, I mean,
only for so long. It depends on if other states started putting those laws into place. Other states are looking at it.
Well, they're looking at it, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So right now, I don't think that they really care because they can still get away with it. And also, like, maybe they'll like someone will say, "Oh, Facebook is doing this," and they'll just say, "No, we're not." And then there'll be a back and forth, and who knows how long it could take before the actual evidence
honestly,
comes through.
I think if we really wanted to fix like things like Facebook and Google and Twitter and stuff, we would just have to find their headquarters, lock the doors, and burn them down. I don't think there's really any other way to resolve the problem.
Frankly, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Gosh, it would be a shame if anybody listening did that. Don't do that. We don't advocate it. Not at all. Oh, Deschwat's been taken out. They've assassinated him.
That timing was amazing. The timing was great.
The humanity. Deschwat's died. Oh, they're coming for us now.
See, I don't know what like right now in the UK, they got all those anti-lockdown protests going on, and one of the places where all the protesters are going for is the BBC. The BBC is like swarmed with like millions of people in the streets.
Yeah, well, people aren't stupid. They know who the lying sacks of shit are.
Exactly.
You know? It's like you put out all this bullshit propaganda, you lie to everybody, and you support all these fucking commie pieces of shit that are taking over for China. And you think that the average person doesn't know who you are. Like, they're not fucking subtle. Like, everybody understands what's going on.
Right. I mean, it's so bad that like the reporters have to, get like they have to come in through the back, and they need like security details.
Fuck those security details. Fucking they should be strung up too. Let these motherfuckers suffer the consequences of their actions. You participate in the destruction of an economy in a country. You should fucking suffer for the fucking what happened.
Well, and some of these security people are scumbags too.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Canada, the two private security people or companies that we have there most commonly used, they got some bad history in their whole organizations. So that's the thing. But what I wanted to get at is like people like when shit starts hitting the fan and the government goes and tries to push things that they really shouldn't be pushing. And the people have a backlash, like with the whole vaccine passport thing.
Yeah,
if they do that in America,
where pretty much everybody said like, not fucking today.
Exactly. Well, I mean, if it happens in America, what's going to end up happening is the same thing. There'll be lots of protests, but I think what's going to happen is that the people are going to go. I would say they go to the local news networks for not covering it, but they'll probably go to social media. And if I don't know, I think California is where Twitter and Facebook are located.
Yeah, they're in San Francisco, like an hour drive from where I'm at. I don't have a problem driving down there and handing out Molotov cocktails if it comes down to it.
In Minecraft. Obviously in Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, in Minecraft. I'd never do it in real life.
I was saying to gaming, what he needs, because he has all those fatalities that he does. I'm like, he should make Minecraft avatars and do fatalities like on a green screen with everyone. Like, just kill everyone in Minecraft. He'd be like, Samaj, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and then he'll have a graphic going on there of me being killed in Minecraft.
Idea.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you can either start playing Minecraft or find someone who can do it for you.
Take them all out. Steve and other Steve.
Savina, or the female. I don't know. I don't play Minecraft.
Sadly, I think the main character in Minecraft is always Steve. I'm pretty sure.
The dude, they had a female character. I think her name's Alex.
Oh, I have no idea. Cool. Yeah, I haven't played it in so long.
I never played it at all. I know he added a bunch of stuff into it, so.
Yeah, there's like flying and all sorts of crazy shit now. All the stuff that was in God mode eventually just became like, what do you call it? Damn it.
Something.
Became part of the game, essentially. They were like, oh, everybody really likes this in God mode. We're just going to put that in the game now.
Oh, so like, became canon, basically?
Essentially, yeah.
That sounds like something Microsoft would do. Like, yeah, we'll just add it in there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was looking up the name of the main character. It is Steve.
Okay.
There's Herobrine, but Herobrine isn't like a girl. It's like the evil Steve zombie thing.
Yeah.
Evil Steve. But you know what? Although, to be fair, maybe I've just not seen it, and they actually did add that in there. It's entirely possible.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a console thing. I don't know. Again, I don't do Minecraft, so.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, my son played it for a while, but yeah, I never played it myself.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'm still
kind of fun, I guess.
Like, I'm always surprised at how popular it still is, and I think like #1 game streamers are just Minecraft players.
Yeah, they're up there, I guess. Fucking weird.
Some people are obsessed. It's like a video game version of Lego.
Huh.
God damn it, it's Lego.
Stabby used to be a Minecraft streamer.
No, I don't think we ever streamed Minecraft. We made Minecraft videos.
Oh, I gotcha.
And initially, I found a Minecraft channel with a lot of like really like actual people that weren't like the fucking mind-numbing like zombies that are like, hey guys, how are you doing today? This is so exciting. Oh, shapes and colors. You know, those kind of people. And instead, they were just talking about like real shit, and it was like making like fucked up jokes. And I was like, oh, this is fucking great. And so I watched that for a while, and I eventually like got to know some of the people on there and like started doing stuff with them, and then like my own stuff. And
right on.
That's where originally this whole podcast thing started, was with people from there.
You mean to say the origin of the stream is fucking Minecraft? Tread carefully. Tread carefully.
It's all right. It's not my thing, but I don't fucking judge it, dude.
Not me.
I legit haven't touched Minecraft in like 2 years at this point. I mean, it's been so long since I've even started that game up. I just like, you know, I grew out of it, you know, got fucking bored with it. There's only so many houses you can build before you're like, well, this is kind of, I've done this now.
Yeah.
You know? What's that?
Man, the people that take the time to like build these huge maps, like the people that like are like, hey, I'm gonna build a fucking map of Skyrim and fucking Minecraft. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, those ones are not people. Those ones are teams of people.
Yeah, either way.
You don't get any of that stuff done without a few hundred people. That's just too fucking big. Yeah. Like, it's what they do is they have programs that they can parse the information into Minecraft's what do you call it? Building diagrams.
Okay.
So essentially, and they'll all do it in God mode. They don't do it in like, real gameplay or anything. They're not like storing up the supplies, but they'll just feed images of the original map into like a Minecraft thing that generates like a diagram for them to like place blocks, and then they'll just spend, and some of them put like, and to be fair, it's still an incredible undertaking. Like some of these maps still took like years to put together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Disneyland it took them a couple of years to put together. There's one of China. Like it's Tiananmen Square or something, or some sacred square in China where like you can't go if you're a tourist. So they got all the information about it and figured out all the real world dimensions and rebuilt it in Skyrim to scale.
Wow, that's fucking nuts.
And they'll just sit there and they'll break it down into sections of the world, and they'll just like slowly like a dot matrix printer and just fucking put blocks until they've made whatever it is they're making. It's pretty fucking intense. I've talked to some of the people that do that kind of stuff. I got to hang out Red Square. Okay, yeah, that's right. Psycho Red Square.
No, Red Square's in Moscow.
Oh, fuck you, Psycho. You lying bastard.
Yeah. Well, they might. I mean, it is.
There probably is one of Red Square in Moscow too, though. Yeah. I mean, there's most major landmarks in Minecraft at this point, no doubt. Like there's Disneyland, and I'm sure there's all the different theme parks.
Yeah. Well, Tiananmen Square is that. Remember where they had that picture of the dude like standing in front of the tank or whatever? Like how everybody thought he actually got ran over or something. It was a little. What do you call it? Mandela effect thing. Like he didn't actually get run over. But yeah, that's Tiananmen Square in China.
You got shot.
That was from what, the fucking 80s or early 90s? Do neither of you know what I'm talking about?
No, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember when. I thought it was earlier than
89.
that, though. Like, it was 89?
Yeah, I was going to say it had to be late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, 89 was the demonstrations where the student died.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything on Red Square in China.
I thought that was like everybody thought that, but it didn't actually happen.
Yeah. I just was looking up Red Square because Psycho said there was a Red Square.
Yeah.
Is there one in China? There may be one in China. I don't know. I couldn't see anything about it, but whatever. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean it's not there.
I mean, they were communist for a very long time, and basically still are, really.
Yeah. Oh, he lit himself on fire? I thought a tank ran him over.
No, if you're doing
Krishna?
The Tiananmen
who are the ones that light themselves on fire? What monks are the ones that light themselves on fire?
I think
that was the like Tibetan monks.
Yeah,
I knew
Tibetan
that.
Monk. The guy
Hare Krishna was not. Yeah, that would not be that.
All right.
Okay.
Part of the reason why people think Tiananmen Square, like the guy was run over, is because the imagery that came afterwards is too graphic for television, so it always cut it out. So we don't see it. But he climbed on top of the tank, and the guy inside popped out and shot him.
Oh,
he shot him.
Yeah, so he was shot.
Was he on fire though?
He didn't get run over.
No, he was just shot.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was fired on.
He was fired on. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a bad half pun.
I got it. I was just ignoring it. You guys do that shit to me all the time. It's only fair.
Was it Ronald Reagan, the guy who got assassinated?
He got shot. He wasn't killed.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan got shot by an attempted assassination.
Who was it that got shot in the head?
Kennedy.
It was yes, that's what it was. Okay, so I know.
Although I don't know if Lincoln got shot in the head or the heart, but he also got shot.
Okay, well the guy who
got shot in the head too. Yeah.
Well, the guy who got shot. The guy who got shot in the head. For historical purposes, you can see that video on YouTube.
Yeah, you can see his fucking flap of his head come off and like a chunk of skull land on the back of the car and shit. What surprised me is that was brains, and I remember watching. It was Watchmen that has spit like that, and they were implying it was the comedian that killed him. And I remember like bits of the brain would come out there, and his wife was just panicking and grabbing trying
the
to put
bits
him back
stuff.
in. Yeah,
exactly. And I thought that's clearly over the top.
Nope,
And
that's exactly what fucking happened. It's pretty fucking
exactly.
gross.
And so they mentioned that, and I saw the original footage. I went, holy shit, she did do that.
Yeah,
so
it's fucking disturbing. You know, it's one of the more disturbing pieces of footage to watch.
It is, but with that said, though, I mean, props to the people who made Watchmen for actually, incorporating that in there. It's like, Jesus Christ, you didn't have to, but you did.
Yeah, well, what is the humidity right now? Sorry, it's just super fucking humid, it seems like.
It's supposedly Woody Harrelson's dad was one of the assassins, dude.
It's 90%. No wonder I'm fucking hating life. Okay.
We're having this like a summer cold spell or something here in my neck of the woods.
It's been super mild here too.
Well, we have like some Arctic air coming from the mountains up there, and so we are like getting close to almost winter weather right now. It's getting fucking cold. I had to go out to get a few things at the store, and it was freezing out there. It was a mist that was coming down. I swear, any moment it was going to turn to snow. That's how fucking cold it was today. I couldn't believe it. It's like it's August, but I shouldn't be surprised. Like, I live in Alberta. The weather here is so unpredictable. Like, I remember one time it snowed in June. I'm not joking. It snowed in June. And part of the reason why I remember that day so well is also because that was the day my girlfriend quit her job. Got a phone call. Be back.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, June, that's pretty fucking late. I remember one time me and my brother went up to Pagosa Springs in Colorado, and it was like the last week in like April.
Yeah.
And like right after we got there, it fucking snowed like a motherfucker. Like it was a good fucking like 7 or 8 inches of fucking snow. And yeah, we came up from Arizona where it was probably at least in the 90s, if not in the fucking hundreds. So yeah, that's a bit of a fucking change, dude.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're supposed to be having some more drastic weather kind of stuff going for a while.
Yeah, climate change.
Yay. Although, as far as I understand it, and I could be wrong here, but I don't think I am, there's still no real link between climate change and anything like in particular. Like, it's one of those things that just sort of like has happened throughout history occasionally.
Yeah.
And seems to be happening now. Like, they want to blame the people because it seems like they want to basically just kind of fuck a lot of people who have small businesses again.
Right.
It's what it kind of feels like when they're coming up with that stuff.
Yeah, well, dude, you're old enough to remember. I mean, we've been hearing about this shit for basically our entire lives.
Yeah. Oh, we weren't supposed to make it this far. 2010 was supposed to be like our last year. So before the Earth heated up to Mars temperatures Venus temperatures and we all died or some shit like that.
Yeah, like again, like 30 years ago, they were telling us how like places like New Orleans and Miami and like any of the seacoast places were going to be underwater within 20 years, 25 years. So yeah, because I was talking to my son about it, and I'm like, I because he's young and fucking, libtardy, I was like, yeah, no, I don't doubt that we have some impact on the environment, but
of course,
they're vastly over fucking, you know what I mean?
Well, like, I mean, there's rivers and lakes and shit that can be lit on fire. There's no doubt that we have some impact on the environment. It'd be foolish to say we didn't.
Yeah, but I basically told them that. I'm like, look, this is what they were telling me when I was about your age, and obviously none of that shit happened. So they're fucking full of shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty questionable in a lot of those cases.
Yeah. Dude, I got this fucking infection on it's like just below my jawline. Sorry, this is complete non sequitur, but I have this habit of plucking out my beard hairs with tweezers.
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know why. Yeah, it is, dude. I don't know why I fucking enjoy it so much, but I do. But basically, like if I see like a hair that's like growing under my skin, I try to fucking like dig it out, right? Which is really stupid too. But anyways, dude, like I did this one spot, and for some reason, like it just fucking spiraled out of control, and I had this huge fucking bump on my face. Like it was all fucking purple, and it looked like I had like half a golf ball under my skin. Yeah, it was fucking disturbing, dude.
Oh wow.
So I think I've broken myself of the habit now. Because I literally had to go to the doctor, and I'm like, look, this is really disgusting. But something's gone horribly wrong here.
Yeah.
So yeah, now she was like, yeah, quit messing with it.
Because there was like, stop playing with the fucking sword.
Dude, yeah, dude, it was like again, like a big golf ball, half a golf ball size fucking bump with a big, like about a pea-sized hole in it, dude. Like a big fucking hole, dude. And
wow.
It was just oozing out of, dude. It was fucking disgusting, dude. You know, and it was so gross. I didn't want to even take pictures of it to show anybody. Like, you know, I did it with my toe. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna gross people out with it. Like, it was so gross that I didn't even want to take pictures of it.
That's saying something, because you revel in that.
I kind of do. But yeah, it was. If it makes sense, if this might help make it make sense, but basically what I started doing was I would take the white hairs or gray hairs in my beard and pluck them out, and somehow that translated into just like plucking them out everywhere.
It's got to be like really satisfying or something then. Well, there's that thing where people pull out their hair too. There was a chick on like YouTube or Twitch or something that was, well, she ate the hair too, which was kind of odd. But her, that was the fucking
Shoe on head?
Yeah, shoe on head, where she would pull her hair out and eat it. Like that was her fucking thing. Like she was always wearing a wig in YouTube because like her hair was all fucking like mostly bald.
I didn't know she fucking ate it, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, like she would eat it apparently. Not all of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! I remember hearing about a chick like that. And I don't know, it was like in India or somewhere over in that area.
Yeah, but she always had a wig.
And it got to the point because you're fucking even the digestive juices in your stomach can't digest that shit.
Well, it's the same kind of proteins that your fingernails are made out of.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to digest.
Yeah. This bitch had eaten so much of her own hair that she literally had a stomach-shaped fucking hair clot. Like it had completely filled up her stomach.
Oh, they took it out. They cut her out.
Stomach-shaped fucking clog of fucking hair, dude.
That makes sense. Yeah, they had to cut it out of her.
Yeah.
Oh,
so literally,
that's kind of fucked up.
Filled his stomach. Yeah. That's fucked up for sure, dude. It's like, dude, at that point, you're not digesting any food. Like, it's so fucking compacted and fucking. I would imagine you'd feel full all the time. Maybe, I don't know how this shit works.
So is that a weight loss thing? Are you telling me if I eat my hair, since I'm already losing it, it's not like I have any, like, I'm worried about, like, losing more? Like, right. If I just eat my hair, will I lose weight? Is that what finally will make me skinny and perfect in the eyes of the Lord?
It's the poor man's lap band or whatever.
Oh, God, my doctor wanted to do that. I was like, but you won't give me pain medication or anti-inflammatories or, like, any of the standard treatments for my back so that I can just, like, go out for a fucking walk.
Yeah, your doctor.
Like, how fucking absurd is that? Yeah, well, like I said, it would have been dealt with by now, but fucking COVID hit at the same time as I was dealing with that bullshit, and it was just like, fuck. Now they have this ridiculous thing in the hospital I work at where if you want to have a doctor's appointment or go in, you either have to be vaccinated or you have to bring a test within the last 7 days.
Wow.
But where would you go for a test if that's your medical insurance? Fucking there, right? Like, you would fucking go there. Yeah. That's where you would fucking go for the goddamn test. Like, this shit needs to fucking stop. Hey, what's up, Turish? Like this bullshit about the vaccine is getting real fucking old. Like it either works or it doesn't, and if it works, then they have nothing to worry about with unvaccinated people.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if they would just call it a COVID shot the way they call it a flu shot, I think that might dispel some of the misconceptions.
Well,
it's not really
there's a lot of people that are just like not interested. I think it's a lot more than they're saying. They're claiming it's like 30% of people are just not going to get it, but I think it's probably over half.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's because of science for the most part. I think it's because there's a good portion of people who are like, wait, they'll only let us take the this COVID shot if we can't sue them if shit goes wrong. Like,
right.
I think I smell a rat. Like,
yeah. Just the fact that it's fucking.
Oh, Turris says it's called trick when you pull the hairs. TRICH, trick. He says he knows a few people who have it. Yes.
Yeah. Is that for beard hairs or is it like for mine?
I would imagine for either.
Yeah, it's all the same shit.
I mean, you're pulling hair out of your head.
You know what's funny? Like, I do that shit with my beard hairs or whatever, but I think it's really weird to do that with like the regular hair in your head. Like, yeah, like, what the fuck's your problem? But I'm doing essentially the same thing.
It kind of seems like it feels similar to me to the people that trim their nails down to the point where they have no nail like anymore. Like it's just barely there. There's no because you know, like nails, you normally have like a little bit of nail over the tip of your finger. You know, like it's just a little thin part, but you know, your nail doesn't just go flat with your finger. There's a little part that can catch like dirt and stuff. Like the people that trim it down past that are the ones I think kind of similar.
Yeah, that's weird because that gets painful, dude. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, if you cut your nails too short, like it actually kind of hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you've done that.
Oh yeah,
right?
No. I've had my nails get torn by accident and had to cut them down that short once or twice. Not all of them, just like one nail here or there, or whatever. And
right.
You know, it's like it's super painful. That's one of the reasons why I'm actually a lot better now at just keeping like my nails at a very specific length so that they don't get too long and get fucked up and torn or like bent backwards, kind of shit. Oh, Turris is all the people he knows pull their hair from their head and eat it. So maybe it is a different thing because you're pulling it from your beard and you're not eating it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I have no desire to eat it. Fuck, man.
It feels like a comfort thing. Like it's got to be related to anxiety and just a weird coping mechanism that sort of developed in childhood and stuck real hard. You know, like it's a compulsion at this point.
Right.
For the people that pull the hair out of their head and eat it. Like, I bet it was a comfort memechanism when they were little.
Right.
Yeah, they all have to wear wigs. Yeah, like Sean had to wear wigs too.
Yeah, it's probably been like within the last year when I started, you know, plucking my beard hairs like that.
Is it related to anxiety for you? Where you just like, oh, I'm getting old. This is making me fucking anxious. I better pull these hairs out?
I don't think so. I think it's just, for whatever reason, I get pleasure out of it, dude. I don't understand it. It's really fucking weird. I'm aware of that. But yeah, I just enjoy doing it, dude. It's like it's an OCD thing for sure. So I guess that is kind of anxiety related.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I'll do it for like 10, 15 minutes, dude, sometimes. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. Usually it's my son needing to use the bathroom. It fucking stops me. Yeah. Yeah, my son twists his hair, dude. He has like because obviously he has the anxiety issues and shit. He'll like start twisting his hair, dude. And like it gets to the point where he's almost twisting them into fucking dreads or something.
Yeah.
Because his hair is kind of naturally between curly and wavy. So it's kind of a little kinky anyway. So yeah, when he starts twisting it up, dude, it gets all kinds of fucking matted.
Oh, fun times. Sorry, the humidity's just fucking with me right now, man. I'm just like, because it's like 91% fucking humidity here.
Yeah, no, I hear you, dude. I can't handle that shit at all, dude.
I literally just ordered a dehumidifier. Like, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking deal with this every fucking time.
Yeah.
It's humid out. I'm gonna fucking get me a dehumidifier. Because, like, the humidity's gonna drop in, like, an hour. You know what I mean? Like...
Right. But yeah, like, where I'm at, like, if you're saying it's high humidity, like, high humidity here is like 50%. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe that's where I need to fucking move. You know, I'm not a huge fan of heat, but, like, if there's AC, I should be alright. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Right. Yeah, no, that's definitely... No, like I said, it is easier to deal with, like, 105 here than it is to deal with, like, 90 degrees with, like, 99% humidity.
Yes.
Like, 105 here is really not that bad. Like, it's hot, but it's not, like, unbearable or anything.
Yeah.
And then, especially if you're in the shade. Like, if you're out and the sun's beating down on you at 105, like, that fucking sucks. But if you're in the shade at 105 here, it's really not that bad. If it gets up over 110, then it starts to get pretty unbearable. Because at that point, even if there's a breeze,
it's just that fucking hot.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you open the oven when it's already heated and you get that blast of fucking hot air. That's essentially what the fucking breeze feels like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's quite unpleasant.
I'm trying to figure, should I shut my window or should I leave it open? You know what, I'm going to shut my window real quick. I think if I shut it, then, like, the humidity will drop in the room.
Right.
So if you hear some noise, my apologies.
No worries, man.
I'm kind of listening here.
Yeah, no worries, man. Slam that shit.
I had to get my window poking stick out.
Shit. Your window poking stick. All right.
Yeah, I have a fucking queen-sized bed, and it's between me and the window. Like, the only place I can really fit it with the way I've got my room. I can't really fit any of the stuff in my room in any of the other place. It's so, like, packed at this point that it's like you just gotta, like, fucking suffer. But so I bought a couple of those expandable curtain rods. You know, the ones where you, like, screw them out and they tighten into place. One to hang a curtain across my door because it's just having that little oh, hey, what's up, Satan? Because having the curtain between like an airspace in my door kind of keeps a little bit of the noise from going out of my room sometimes. Helps to cut down the noise coming in and out.
Right.
So I had a second one and I just used that to close and open my window because, you know, I don't want to climb up on my bed because I bought a ridiculously tall bed. Like, I'm 6 foot tall, and I gotta put a footstool down to fucking climb in and out of bed because it's so fucking ridiculously high. Like, I wasn't thinking when I bought it, and I was like, oh, I can fit these big fucking plastic boxes under it and store shit. And I was like, that'll help me, you know, clear up stuff in my room and make more room. And it'll be awesome. And then it was like, oh, no, you dumb motherfucker. Now you just have a bed that's like 4 feet tall. Like, oh, man.
Damn.
Yeah, what's height is my bed? It's kind of funny, like just how ridiculous.
That's pretty nuts, dude.
So it's like an 18-inch metal frame. It's actually about 20 inches tall. It's 18 inches clearance, and then it's like a 10-inch mattress on top, like 10-inch thick mattress. So it's actually only apparently a little over 2 feet, but seems like it's more than 2 feet. I don't know. It's tall enough that you can't just back up and sit down on it. You know what I mean? Like most people.
Right.
Yeah. Because I needed that extra underspace for fucking storage. Mm-hmm. Oh man, Satan, you joined for the most exciting part of the show. I was talking about my bed. It's getting steamy in here. That's why the humidity got so high.
Why don't you come on the show, fucker? It's been a while. I don't even send you inspirational quotes anymore.
Oh, you stopped? That's your problem.
No. Oh, no, I think I did last week. I think I sent him something last week. But, you know, again, my heart just wasn't in it like it used to be.
Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, man. Oh, my fucking oil pressure in my car is gone. I gotta get that to the fucking shop. That was fucking unpleasant.
Yeah.
I was really lucky that the oil pressure thing came on like less than a mile from my house. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to drive it home now because it's like really close.
Yeah. If you're that close, Indeed.
Yeah, at a certain point there's no reason to waste your time. Yay. Oh, Satan, you're out there. I finished building my village in fucking Conan. Oh, internet's not good in your hotel. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, it takes about 30 seconds to ride a horse across the village now. Because I have problems, and Conan Exiles is very addicting. Even when it's just really shitty all the time.
Can you play cross-platform on that, or is it specific to
it is on like Xbox and other systems. I don't know if that if it's PC and Xbox like on the same servers. I don't know if they have separate servers or if they allow crossplay. But it's on like PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that. So
yeah. Well, because my son got a PS5 like a week ago or a week and a half ago, which means I now kind of have a PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, because I hadn't done much gaming in the last 2 or 3 years. You know, the way I used to, just all the fucking time. So it's nice. I'm playing through. I had a while back. I had gotten the Castlevania. They had it was Castlevania. It was 2 of the games from the handheld. I don't know if it was the DS or back in Game Boy days, but Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood, just 2 Castlevania titles. I've been playing through that.
Well, Conan Exiles, it doesn't look like it's ever going to be cross-play. So if somebody's playing on PC and somebody's playing on a game system or even like a PS and an Xbox, you couldn't have them both on the same one, the same server. So you'd have to. It's all separate platforms for each person, each system. And I don't know that I would recommend buying the game, honestly. It's pretty fucking poorly made, and like they really don't fix things on it, so it can be really frustrating. I enjoy it, but I would not have paid for it if I could go back. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think they just did that in Overwatch though, where they put PC and and other games on the same servers. But then Overwatch is pretty trash.
All right.
Like
I just realized
I
it
keep
kicked
going
me off for a
back
minute.
and oh, you shut off for a minute? Oh no.
Yeah.
Um.
But I noticed you weren't responding. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh.
I went down and I'm on it. It fucking kicked me off. Fucking thing. Well, yeah. Well, I was on my phone. Like I was going to switch over to the computer, and then I just never did. You know, and I'm doing other shit, so I think that's why it kicked me off. Because I'm like playing my fucking game while talking to you.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah, but
Conan
anyways.
is broken right now. None of the crafting benches work.
Oh wow.
So it used to be you could set whatever you're building. You know, you needed like 1,000 thingamajigs. You could set your thingamajig building bench to just craft 1,000 of them as long as you had the stuff in there, and then just sign off and let it do its thing for like a day. And now like it'll craft one and then just reset the fucking number every time. So it doesn't matter how you put it in. There's no way to craft multiple things. So
that's fucking sucks.
For a survival game like where you're supposed to do that a lot, it's pretty fucking unusable at this point.
Yeah, you'd have to literally be online the whole time.
But it's like a day after the update that broke it, so I have no idea what their time's like, when it's likely to get fixed. I have no idea how long it takes for them to fix that kind of problem, because it's a huge fucking problem.
Yeah, fucking A, dude. Yeah, if you can't set shit to craft and then fucking stop, and just stop on you after one fucking unit, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, well, like, like the stack of food items is generally 50, and that's what you put in your thrall guys that you take with you to fight for you.
Right.
So, like, you give them, like, 50 steaks, and then that heals them up when they're in the middle of fights. Because they can't use, like, potions and shit. They just eat, like, a lot of food. Which is fine. Yeah. It works. The whole system is pretty well balanced as far as that goes, and it's fairly easy to deal with. But, I mean, it takes, like, 5 to 10 seconds sometimes, depending on random variables, to cook a steak. So if you got to sit there and just click it every 5 to 10 seconds for 50 of them, nah, dude, no one wants to do that.
Yeah. Well, maybe autistic people, but yeah, no normal people want to do that.
No, you want to go collect your fucking meat, throw it in to cook, and then run off and go do something else for a few minutes while that cooks. And then you've got your thrall ready to go out and fucking fight for you, so you can go do whatever else you needed to do, and then you can collect your metal and, put that in your metal processor and get your metal bars out to build your stuff, kind of thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 55 degrees at 93%, which is just fucking obnoxious.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what it's like to have, like, cool temperatures and have it be humid. Yeah. It's been forever since I've experienced that.
Well, it's pretty fucking unpleasant, so I'm ordering dehumidifiers. It should be here in a day or two.
Nice. Yeah, so I was thinking about it. I lived up in Flagstaff for a couple of years, which is up in the mountains, like 7,000 feet elevation. So, it got pretty chilly there, but even then, like, it's still pretty fucking dry. Like, it's close enough to the desert that area still doesn't get a huge amount of humidity. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not nearly the same thing. Yeah. I fucking miss that.
Symphony of the Night was the game that elevated the Metroidvania genre. I don't know what you're talking about.
Metroidvania?
Oh, George is talking about games.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that, but it's a fun game. Honestly, it's not nearly as hard as, like, the first, the original Castlevania. That game was a motherfucker, dude. God damn, that was a fucking difficult game to beat. But yeah, so it's not quite that difficult, but it's kind of up there, man.
Damn. I don't think I ever beat any of those games.
Yeah. Did you ever play the original, like Castlevania or Simon's Quest or any of that shit?
Did I get kicked out again?
Oh, no, sorry. I spaced out for a second.
All right. Yeah, did you ever play any of those on the original Nintendo? Like the Castlevania 2?
I think I played the first one like a little bit, but I never owned it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one was rough, dude. That was more of a, kind of a side scroller, just 2 had more of not quite role playing shit, but it was definitely different than the first one. It was because the first one was linear. You just go and you go across the screen left to right, kill all the enemies or whatever. But that one, like, you kind of had to fucking, you could go wherever you wanted for the most part.
Yeah.
You could go to different spots and shit. Yeah, I really liked those games, so. And I'd never played this one because I never had a DS or any of that shit. I'm trying to think. Oh, no, I think I did have a DS. Yeah, actually, when I moved up to Flagstaff, I remember buying one. I didn't play it much, though. That was back when I was making way too much money and just fucking spending it like crazy.
Yeah. Well, isn't that how that works? Like, generally people's spending increases to match their income, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing is, dude, I was making like about 60 grand a year back then. So about $5 grand a month, after taxes would be like $3 grand or something. My rent was only like $700 or something like that. So yeah, I had a lot of I had all 3 gaming systems. I had the Xbox, I had a PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. And like when I would come back down here to like visit my friends and shit,
Yeah.
I had this bag that had like 3 separate compartments. So I had one system in each of the 3 compartments. And I would just go to a fucking friend's house and hook them up and play whatever.
Huh. All right. Damn.
Yeah, again, way too much money on my hands, dude. I really wish I could have saved some of that. Although it would have just eventually gone to the pill habit, I would imagine. So I guess it didn't really make much difference.
Yeah, I mean, you probably would have spent it on other shit, right? I mean,
yeah, no, I would have ended.
It's like that bullshit about if you don't spend that $5 every day on a cup of coffee, you'll have X amount of money, or like the if you shorten the amount of time you spend doing like this one little task that you do every day, like you cut like 5 minutes off, then by the end of the year you get all these extra minutes. But in reality, like you're not actually you can't save them up like that. You're not really gonna do anything better with that time or that money, really. You're just gonna spend it somewhere else. Fun times.
But yeah, as far as money goes, that's definitely you just end up spending it on other shit. Yeah. So yeah, for me, pretty much, no matter how much money I made, I still ended up living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Like I'd still pretty much be broke by the time I got paid again.
Huh.
Yeah. Turns out I have issues with impulse control. It's still not great, but it was really bad back then. So I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to buy a fucking big screen TV. Yeah, I'm going to buy this fucking $2,000 laptop. Which I had no real need for. I really had no need for a fucking laptop.
Well, I mean, you're using it now.
No, this isn't that one. This one's even older than this. That was back in, 2001, 2002? I think I ended up giving it to my brother.
That would definitely not be the one you're using now.
Yeah. Not much older, though, probably. Now that I think about it.
Oh, really? That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually have no idea how old this one is. It's fucking ancient, but no, I had bought it. It was like a Sony Vaio or something like that. It was
Oh
like
yeah, I don't know.
$2,200. Yeah, I ended up buying it on credit because that was a point when I actually had decent credit. Because I was like, all right,
before you
well,
fucked your credit
yeah,
up.
yeah. Cause I told the guy, well, run it, see what they'll give me, and they gave me like a $4,000 line of credit at Sears. I'm like, all right, I'll
Oh
take that big
no.
screen TV and let's fucking get that laptop. Although I think I paid everything off within like 4 months. It was like fucking $4,000, dude. I paid it off in like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and at that time it was I was working at the mall up there, and we had 4 reps that worked at the Verizon store up there, and basically 2 of the reps were just awful. They were just fucking shitty salespeople. Um, and then me and this other guy, this other dude, he was an older Mexican dude that could just fucking sell like crazy, dude. It was insane. Like I could not keep up with that guy. Like I tried for like 1 month and got close, and I was like, dude, I can't keep the intensity up for that fucking long. So, but what was great about the 2 people that were fucking horrible at it, because we'd be moving like 100 to 120 a month, and those other 2 would get like maybe 50.
Yeah.
What's great about that is the overall quota is kind of the average of the 4 people working there. So me and that dude were making shitloads of money, and the fucking other 2 were just basically, making a little bit more than, just their hourly.
Damn.
Dude, I had 1 month where I made over $7,000 in commission.
Damn, dude. That's a lot of fucking commissions. No wonder you were spending tons of money.
Yeah, it was right around that time. So yeah, then almost the entire time I was working at that mall, dude, me and that other dude were just cleaning up, dude. So you gotta appreciate those people that suck at sales because they really help keep the quota. Because you know what I mean? They'll raise the quota as you start selling more. So they kind of help keep the quota down.
Oh, so they balanced it. They balanced it out.
Yeah, so that way, because again, if there's 4 of us selling like that, we'd all be making, just the average, like $1,500 a month.
All right, I gotta take a minute here. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I was just talking about the good old days when I was single and I lived up in Flagstaff, up in northern Arizona. I was making like 60 to 65 grand a year.
Yeah.
But still, somehow that's what I was telling him is no matter how much money I've made in my life, I've always lived paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
So even when I was making like, averaging like $5 grand a month, I would still be broke by the time I got paid again. I get paid every 2 weeks or whatever. I would still be broke, buying stupid shit. But yeah, I telling him I have. Yeah, no, I had all 3. This was back in the Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube era, and I had all 3 fucking systems, and like a fucking shitload of games for all of them.
Right. That's a common thing because people will make like I remember when I was doing construction, I was making like, because it was a lot of hours and a lot of dangerous work there, so I got and overtime, so. It was like, what was it like? I think the 1 month I made about 4,000 that month, and they fucking worked me like crazy. This is why I enjoyed the money, but I don't ever want to go back to construction ever again.
No, I did it one summer, man, and that was enough for me to know that I needed to not do manual labor.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I think I was working on a job site because they needed the project was already running late, and we had to get it done and be on a different job site. So, but for some reason, I was considered temp, and so they never brought me over to the other job site. So I guess I took that as an opportunity. I'm like, I guess I'm out.
Right.
Like,
no, we don't need you anymore. Fuck you.
Well, because I was new to the whole construction biz, so I'm like, okay, so we like when I work for like a place like this, it just I thought like once they hired me, I thought, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this for the rest of my life. But no, it was just, you have to go to a different job site and practically beg to get hired. So I thought, okay. Well,
yeah,
and it's weird because like most people who want to do any kind of like manual labor jobs, they mostly go out to the oil fields. And what you do with that is like there's a bus that you have to get that's outside this mall area in the parking lot. You just sort of go there and say I want to work, and they just bring you on there and take you off to the camp and then put you to work. Which is it's fine. It's like they really work you hard, but I mean you make a lot of good money. But yeah, you make good money. You just keep finding reasons to spend it, which is stupid. Like save it, put it down.
Yeah, especially when you're young like that, man. It's hard to fucking like save or even contemplate why you should. Like you kind of understand that you're supposed to, but then there's all this shit you want.
Well, I mean, if you go from living in poverty, because it's like if you're in poverty, you're there for a reason, and it's because like you're not good with money, and so if you think of a bunch of people who aren't good with money, and you start giving them money, obviously it's gonna have problems. Now, like for me, when I was there, I've never had that kind of money, so I'm like, well, what do I do with it? Like the back of my mind, I was saying, yeah, I could save it, but I mean, save it for what? Because I didn't like. I think part of my problem is I didn't set up a goal.
Right.
Yeah, because like, oh, okay, like use it as a down payment for a house, I guess. I don't know. But the other problem is, like I was new to the whole thing, so I didn't know. Like I didn't get a clear picture as to how much I would make and how much I would use and all that. And it's a good thing I didn't think long term because I was only there for 4 months. It didn't last, and thank God it didn't, because I remember just being fucking, just always tired, always exhausted. Although I will say, I miss how fucking bulky I got. Like I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and she was telling me I was getting kind of beefy, and I didn't really see it. And then one day I stepped out of the shower and I saw myself in the mirror. I'm like, holy shit. It's like that scene from the first Spider-Man movie when he wakes up and he's all buff. It's like that. I had that moment of realization. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Actually, by the end of that summer, man, I remember because I actually got hurt right at the end, which is it's kind of funny because I was going to quit and go. It was just a summer job because I worked at during the school year or whatever. I worked at the local Catholic school here, and I went from that to construction. But anyways, I was going to go back to that and go back to college, when the college started up again. So about a week before I was going to quit anyway, I fucked up my back and I was on workman's comp for like a fucking year. So it worked out kind of nicely because I was essentially getting paid to not work. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I really did fuck up my back. Like it's been a lifelong issue at this point, basically.
I bet it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not careful, the simplest little things will fuck you up.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that job they had us doing was fucked up too. They're basically we're at the spot where we're screwing in. It was like an inch and an eighth of plywood, which is about 3 times thicker than the normal plywood they use. It's like the tongue and groove shit, and we were basically using these shitty little screw guns and screwing in through that into this like metal frame. Like it was thick, the metal wasn't super thick, but still, like you had to like really fucking lean on it and fucking like to get it to screw in and screw in through the metal. And like my back was really fucked up after the first day. But in construction, like if you fucking beg off because you're hurting, like you'll never hear the end of it. You know what I mean? It's like that macho fucking bullshit. So I go back for the second day, and goddamn, dude, I don't know. I might have been all right if I hadn't gone back and done it a second day. But yeah, after that, the next morning, I could barely fucking move.
Yep.
Yeah, that took a while because it was literally in the morning. I would have to have my painkillers like on the, like right next to me and something to drink to take them with. and I would literally have to like kind of lean over in my bed, take the pills, and then wait for them to take effect before I could even get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like it was that fucked up. So yeah, that's a rough gig, man. God bless anybody that can do it long term, dude. But I fucking knew I couldn't.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I've seen a few guys who had to go through that. Yeah, these jobs. I mean, you do this for as long as you can, but you're not going to do it for too long. Like the simple.
Not too many dudes in their 50s and 60s are fucking still working construction.
No, it's. I mean, you're really pushing it. Like I'm fortunate that I essentially got laid off because had I kept doing that, I'm pretty sure I would have fucked up something. It was only a matter of time. Mm-hmm. Which and it's fine. I will say math was never my best subject, and I'm surprised because you would think general labor is just you lift heavy object here, take it over there. You move this, you move heavy, you swing hammer here. It's like a fucking Neanderthal job. There's a surprising amount of math in this thing. I'm just so surprised at how much math is used in general labor. I didn't think it would be.
Yeah, but definitely a lot of measurements, a lot of measuring going on.
Yes, a lot of measuring, a lot of things going on. The one scary day, because they kept a bunch of the guys there were saying, "Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun." They had a fork. Was it fork? Yeah, it was a bobcat, and they say, "Hey, yeah, give it a go." It's like I don't even have a fucking learners, man. I shouldn't be in one of those things. Yeah, go for it. And then they try to explain the controls. I'm already lost. I have no fucking clue on what to do. They put me in this thing. I can't even get it to start. Like it's already ready to go, but you're supposed to press something or other. I can't figure it out, and they treat me like a fucking idiot because I couldn't get it to go forward. Like, well, I already forgot how to do that part. So
yeah, they're weird the way they operate. Like they don't operate like vehicles, like a regular car. Well, so yeah, it's a little fucking bizarre.
Yeah, because they're fucking they're not designed to be a car, so it's a lot more complicated. Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't say it's a lot more complicated. It's just once you get used to the thing, it's probably a lot easier. But I never got used to it.
Yeah, it's just different than what you're used to in any other vehicle. You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess after a while you get used to it, but it seems like it's unnecessarily complex.
Well, I'm sure there's a purpose for everything, but I couldn't quite figure it out. That was the other thing about doing construction I never understood. There's so many different machineries and other things, and they'll just even if you have no experience, they'll just let you drive it.
They're like, yeah, go ahead.
Go for it. Like, dude, I don't know nothing. It's like, I'm on break. Do whatever. Like, what? That was just one coworker. There was a guy from a different agency. You could hire them to operate some kind of heavy machinery, and so they go to different job site with their machinery and operate it. They're like, yeah, hey, buddy, you want to give that a go? Yeah, go for it. I'm like, no. The one time I said yes. What?
No, I'm just saying, why would you let me do this?
Exactly. I mean, there was one guy who had that. I can't remember what it's called. The one with the big ball that they use to break down walls and stuff, deconstruction and all that. Yeah, the guy almost let me drive one of those. Like, yeah, no, thank you.
No. Yeah. Like, if you want to fucking screen me on it, that's fine, but I ain't just jumping onto that motherfucker.
Exactly. And I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, if I fuck up on one thing, I could really mess up someone, hurt them bad, and then that's the end of their career and mine. Like, I'm not.
Dude, did you ever drive a scissor lift?
No.
Dude, yeah, I remember we were in this warehouse. We were doing this job in this fucking warehouse. It must have been like a fucking Home Depot or Lowe's type place. We were doing like all the drywall and shit. And Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like it's almost looks like scaffolding, but it has like, wheels on it, obviously, and then
Oh
you
yeah,
can raise it up and down.
yeah, I
So
know
like
those
I guess
things.
that's why they call it scissor lift. But yeah, dude, I remember riding those things around because there was very little oversight.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Sounds familiar.
it's a huge warehouse, so nobody's really paying. Everything's going on everywhere. But yeah, I came really close to tipping those things over when I had it like almost all the way up, just fucking around on it.
Believe it.
So yeah, nobody taught me how to do it, but I was just fucking around with it like a fucking idiot. But
Yep.
yeah, getting even slightly onto fucking two wheels going, swerving back and forth is a little fucking unnerving.
Believe it.
Kind of fun though.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've seen those things in action. They would be.
They go way faster than they need to. I got to say that.
I
Like
remember
that thing does not need to go more than a few miles an hour, and it goes way faster than that.
like I remember seeing a video of a cop chasing a guy on the road with one of those things. The cops try to get him. Like, I'll write you a ticket, gotta put you under arrest, and the guy just hits the control and just goes upward. Like, you can't get me from up here.
Go ahead and climb up if you want.
It's over, Eddie. Can I have the high ground? I remember watching that video, like, what a fucking dumbass! What are you doing?
Yeah, like where do you think you're gonna escape to? Like, yeah, sure they can't get you, but where are you going?
Yeah. Yeah, like what the fuck do you think you're doing? I don't know, construction people and heavy equipment it's quite comical when you think about it.
Yeah, there's definitely some characters that work those jobs, dude. A bunch of fucking lunatics, dude.
Yep. Yep, I believe it.
Yeah, like I said, a bunch of my friends, like most of my friends, like work that fucking, for the same company, the same one that I work for. Like that's how I got the job. So that was pretty cool because I was essentially working with my friends all day. And then Fridays, pretty much every Friday, we'd work like a half a day and then just sit on the fucking site and get drunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, not too bad.
I one of the things I remember while working construction, because we were working on a project that's going to be like a bunch of condo buildings, and so we were starting up with the parkade, build it up, and I thought, yeah, so I thought it was going to be interesting because we were building the structure, like putting out down the rhubarb, and we're laying down all the wood and stuff for the cement to go in. And I was actually kind of looking for. Because I've always wanted to see what the cement looked like going inside, so I was quite excited. But apparently, my job that day was to direct traffic. I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of wanted to see the cement go in there. So, but then they had me doing traffic, and I thought it would be fine, but no one told me anything, and I'm like, I don't know how to direct traffic. Do I stop them when the trucks come in? I don't know. And then eventually someone told me what to do. They said, yeah, I'm going to be standing all fucking day. And I fucking was. I'm so glad I had my iPod on me. I downloaded like 3 audiobooks. I was just listening to them all day. Like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, that's still fucking drag, dude. You doing that kind of shit.
It was fucking terrible.
Day.
And I
You
only
ever do
got...
any factory work? You ever work in a factory? Yeah, dude. That's a long fucking day. Literally 8 hours feels like 14 hours. You're just doing the same shit over and over again.
And if you're working in a factory with no windows, it feels fucking terrible. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Like,
that's pretty fucked up.
You get there early in the morning and then you leave like late in the afternoon. And if it's winter, it's like you arrive in darkness, you leave in darkness. It's like I haven't seen the sun all fucking day. The sun even exists.
It's a rough one.
Oh man, I did that a couple times doing like 24-hour comic challenges, and we'd be down in the basement, or inside inside the store doing the competition, and it's fucking terrible. You walk out and there's no sunlight. It's awful. It's fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's like you arrive when it's dark, you leave when it's dark, and you lost the whole 24 hours. It's surreal. It feels weird, and you're so tired when you're done.
Yeah, goddamn, 24 hours. That's definitely fucking rough.
I've done it 3 times, and I've completed it 3 times. So I mean, I it's still an accomplishment. But I will say, like, it's when you're done that's so fucking awful, because when you're done and you're trying to, like you're trying to get your bearings. Like, okay, I gotta go home. I remember I take this route and I go on this bus. Okay, cool. And then I get home and I'll sleep and I'll wake up and things are always weird. Like you think, okay, I gotta do this, gotta feed the cat, gotta do that, and you forget the things that you do. You wake up. I remember one time I came home and when I woke up, I found chocolate bars in the strangest places because they gave us a bunch of these protein power bars to help you keep your energy up. And so
Right.
I'm finding these chocolate bars. Like I'll go have a shower, and I'll go into the cupboard to go grab a towel, and there's a chocolate bar on top of the towels. Like, okay,
Goddamn. I don't remember
exactly,
that there.
exactly. Or I'll go brush my teeth, and the toothbrush is in the little cup and stuff. There's a chocolate bar in the cup. I'm like, why is that there?
Goddamn, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, I know something happened when I came home. I don't remember that.
You're basically sleepwalking.
Like being sleep deprived fucks with you, and it fucks with your memory. I don't remember half the shit that happened. Um,
Yeah, that's a rough one, man.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, it. Yeah, I don't recommend 24-hour combo challenge. None of the stuff I made was any good because you're sleep deprived. You're tired because the part of the challenge is that you're not supposed to think of the plot or story or anything else or character designs. You're not supposed to think of anything. You're supposed to go there and do a page an hour and have it be completely original. Just think of it all there. That's the challenge, and I'll
Mhm.
do it. I'll do it, but it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, that sounds rough, man.
Oh, the stories are always just terrible. Uh,
So does that actually work for anybody, or is it pretty much the same for everyone, where it's just kind of, yeah,
it's
I'm the
well.
end product?
There are some people who are pretty good and they get everything done and they have a good story. But these are people who do that stuff all the time. Like
Right.
I was still an amateur. I at that point I never completed a single comic book, so I wasn't sure what I was even doing.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was weird. I know I still have the pages somewhere, but I don't know. I remember there was one that I came up with an interesting plot. I'm like, oh, this is an interesting story, and it just never went anywhere. It was too complicated for something when you're having very little sleep.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
it's anything over 16 hours, man, without sleep, it's really fucking rough. So yeah, full fucking 24 hours. Yeah.
well. After a while, you zone out. Like you'll get drawing, and then you get ready to do the other page, and you just zone out. Like your brain just shuts down.
Yeah, you're essentially on autopilot.
Yeah, and so you'll shut down, and eventually you realize, how long have I been just sitting here? And I'll look at the clock; it's like an hour's passed, which did happen.
Oh, fuck.
That's when I
Yeah.
realized, no, this isn't good. I lost a whole hour doing nothing. That's when I realized my eyes were dry. I'm like, oh fuck, never doing that again. I did it 3 times. I'm never doing it again. I don't have to.
Right, right.
Well, granted, all right. When I did it each time, it was also for a charity. So you go there and you can raise money and all that. So it's like, okay, all right, fine. Did it for a good cause.
Yeah, that's for a good cause. Yeah.
Exactly, but I've gotten to the point where I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's for a good cause. I'm not doing it. Like I
Yeah.
I remember being on the Cunt stream and we did like charity streams. I'm like, oh, fuck that. I'm done with charity. Too exhausting that I don't get anything out of it. I mean, we help someone, sure, but fuck it.
Yeah, it's like even if you really care about the cause, you're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. There's only so much I can do and so much I can tolerate. And only so much you really should tolerate. If I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah. Sometimes people will take advantage in those situations, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just come on and do all this shit for free. For charity.
It's for charity. You help the people out. Yeah, fuck charity.
God damn, what happened to fucking Stabby?
I don't know. He popped into the chat there for a bit. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and I guess he left again. Or he forgot that he's still muted. One or the other.
Yeah, Stabby, check in, dude, if you're
I'm
not ignoring you if you're talking.
Exactly. I just remembered there was one quick thing about going back to construction, oddly enough. When I was directing traffic, because I do remember I was told, stop traffic when the cement trucks are coming in. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I can stop that and wait till they come in, and then you can let them go by. So there'd be multiple trucks throughout the day. So I'd stop. I have the sign. I have it on stop, and I tell traffic that there's this one guy in a yellow bug, and it's this older guy. He just kept driving. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't care if I had the sign. He just and the weird thing is he was practically going in circles. He kept coming again and again and again. He everyone else stopped except this one guy. And then he finally noticed me. He finally saw that. And he stopped as he was just about to pass me, and then he put himself in reverse. And he looked right at me with this glare, this angry glare. He looked pissed off, and he was this old guy, fat, hair all down, glasses, and just this huge frown, and the fucking glare from the eyes is like, you want me to fucking stop? And he just looks at me, and I'm like, is the truck gone? No, fuck. He's just staring at me.
It's like, yeah, whatever. Just fucking get out of here, you fucking prick.
Like, I'm just doing my job, sir. Wait for the trucks to pass. This is the first time you've listened to me.
You're a road hazard, you fucking Volkswagen bug, whatever.
Exactly. Oh boy. You've disrespected me all fucking day, sir. You've passed me like 7 times in the last hour. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, at that point, you're like, why did you fucking bother stopping now? Just keep on fucking ignoring me, asshole.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Construction it's interesting. Although how I got that job was I was just sort of hired. I was working for a temp agency. I don't know if you've ever worked for one of those.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they're interesting in that you get to go to and try a bunch of different stuff, and that can be kind of cool. I mean, it's all the same kind of general labor, but it's different locations. I'll never forget the first one I did, which was it was just general labor, but towards the end, apparently they needed these bricks lifted up to the second, or not second, it was like 4th floor, but they had no machinery to get up there. So what they would do is they would just sort of have different people on the scaffolding, and then they just lift it up. You grab the brick, and then you lift up the person above you. That was my first construction job. And we're talking bricks, a great deal bigger than my head. I fucking wrecked myself. Wrecked myself. I was I couldn't do anything like for a few days, and I was sore for a few weeks. Like I've never been that sore in my life.
Yeah, it's a rough one, man. When I first started working that construction job, for the entire first week, because it was summer, so it was hot as fuck. Literally every day, I would fucking come home, I would take a shower, and I would pass out until it was time to go to work the next day. Like I would literally sleep like fucking 12, 13 hours because it was just that wiping me out. Because again, I went from working as a daycare aide at the fucking Catholic school to fucking, framing construction shit, dude. So yeah, bit of an adjustment. And then, dude, the first job I did, the first day I was there, we were doing this shit at a commercial spot. I think it was a place that rented out like heavy equipment. But anyways, they had this addition on there, and we were bringing in the trusses to make the roof for it. Like it already had the building itself or whatever, the walls. But obviously the roof was just a big fucking hole. So we had to have a crane come in and raise the trusses up, and then basically my friend was up there, with his fucking nail gun or whatever, and he'd bring them in and have to nail them down or whatever. All right, so he's like 30 feet off the ground. Again, nothing below him but fucking concrete, like 30 feet down. And basically what I had to do was basically had this long ass rope with a big knot at the end. So you would put it in the corner of the truss, like where two pieces of the wood met. So it would like kind of, it would stay stuck in there when it raised up. And I had to like kind of pull on the rope and keep it straight coming in. Because, it'll wobble left or right, so it won't come in straight. So it was my job, again, very first day, right off the bat, to, figure out how to fucking do that. And basically, if I fuck up, because my friend is standing on a fucking ledge that's about half as wide as his foot, so not much footing. You know what I mean? He's in a very fucked up spot.
Sounds like it.
So basically, if I fuck up, he's probably going to get fucking knocked off of there and fall 30 feet to most likely his death. So that was my very first fucking shift, dude. Very first thing I did when I got there.
Shit.
Luckily, I did it well enough. He didn't fucking die or anything.
Well, that's good.
I didn't knock him off, so I guess I did well enough. But yeah, that was an interesting one.
Sounds like it. Fuck.
Yeah, not a way you'd want to start, dude. Seems like something you'd want to work up to, get a little practice on, but
you gotta be ready for this shit because they'll just spring it on you. I think the other one that was a scary one for me is when I did that first job, I developed a fear of heights, and then for some reason, the very next job they had me going to, they had me shoveling snow off the roof of a warehouse, but it was like it was like a metal thing, and it was harsh. They had a little rope they would tie around my waist, and it would hook in with a carabiner into the into the roof area there, and it would just sort of keep you there. It was scary, and I had to shovel all that snow down. And man, you shovel there. I kept telling myself, just you take your shovel, you move it forward, you let it go, you don't look down, you keep going, blah 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 blah. I kept going, just don't look down, just don't look down.
Yeah, I actually had a fear of heights going into that job. In fact, it was part of the reason I wanted to take it, because I kind of wanted to like face my fear. You know what I mean? Like I kind of wanted to fucking work it out, not be afraid of heights anymore, which certainly happened. I definitely, got over it eventually. But literally, if I was going up any kind of fucking ladder or anything, I would take the bags off. I would take my, the bags that hold like your fucking nails and fucking hammer and, square, tape measure, all that shit, that construction guys wear. I would literally take that belt off and like have it over my shoulder and climb up and then put it back on. Like it really didn't help anything. You know what I mean? It didn't make anything that much easier, but for me, for some reason, it helped. But it got to the point where the fucking foreman was like, told my friend, he's like, dude, you got to tell your friend to stop doing that. He can't keep taking his belt off and putting it back on, dude.
Damn. Yeah, sorry, I'm dealing with a lot of really bad anxiety right now, so like, that's why I was going.
That's it, man.
I had to like jump in a cold shower for a few minutes, even.
Oh no!
All right, fuck, man. Anything we can do to help?
I think I might just need to like call it a night and like do something like really just not like distract myself really, because I'm so fucking just like. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but before I left, I could barely pay attention to like Deitois. I mean, I don't remember like the last, I'd say like half hour of conversation before I left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to go ahead and end the show, man?
Yeah, I think for tonight, man. Sorry for the people that actually showed up, man. I just gotta fucking.
Yeah. No, man. Do what you got to do, man. Take care of yourself, dude. All right. So, yeah. If anybody's here, we appreciate